I said before you walked in, you could even say this before Musaf, that you don't have to wait for Shalosh Shuras for Mincha to say it. It says, "Shochet Yaver Eini Tzadikim." It blinds the eyes of Eini Chachomim. What are we talking? Eyes. We say Ezel Chacham Haroas Anolad, right? It doesn't say Hayodeas Anolad. Who's the wise man? He knows the consequences. He sees it. It's a reality, right? Now, what prevents a person from Michote? As we said very often, since of Yoresim Elokecha Ani Hashem. You should know you shouldn't do this because Yoresim Elokecha Ani Hashem. So first of all, why is Yiras Shemayim? Why is fear of heaven called Yiro? It's called Pachad, right? The answer is because it's because you have an understanding. It's a level of understanding that it's a reality. That's what Yira. It's Yira Shemayim. You recognize or Yiras Hashem. You see God. By seeing God at that level of clarity, you understand the ramification, the consequence of your behavior. That therefore you're careful how you behave. But what happens if it's Yaver Eini Chachomim? When you take the shochad, the bribery, it blinds the eye of Chachamim. So the Ros HaNolad, understanding the consequence, the culpability, you lose that sense. Once you lose that sense, then many things happen. Once you lose that sense, that's why the Torah uses the term Ya'aver, will blind the eyes of the Chachamim for that reason. Okay. Okay, we left off page Nun Gimel. Just up the beginning of the paragraph again. Started yesterday. Pertfil Sashachar Torabon B'Shola Rebbe Lezer Nichtazu Talmido Levakro Omelo Rabbeinu Lamdeinu Orches Chaim. Teach us the ways of life. We should merit sharing the world to come. Omalehem. They didn't say a share. They said l'chayim lamabo. Share they have. The question is, but could you actually could you cash in on that chaylik? Nizke l'chayim lamabo. Omalehem izor b'kvod chaverchem. You should be careful in the cover of your fellows. Kshatem espalim deu lefnei miatem espalim. Which believe Yoshivum Beibirket HaMechachomim Shul Kein Tiskul L'Chayim Labo. So now he says Masha Omar. So we left off yesterday. He said Izor B'Kvod Chaverechem. Rabbi Yardav Zepek Rabbi Yoimer Lomo Al Yidei Zed Dovazed Zochel Lamabo. Why through being sensitive to the honor of your fellow does one merit a share in the world to come? Ki Hakolu B'Shvil Hamalo Ha'Lyono Shavor Hashem Yisroch Odom B'Tzelem Elokim. Why must you be sensitive to your fellow's kavod? Because he's Tzelem Elokim. Because he was created in the image of God. The Tzelem Elokim, that's why you have relevance to Olam Habo. There's nothing beyond that. Nothing surpasses that. What's the indication that God, that the human being is the most beloved of creation? Because he was created b'tzelem Elokim. That's the indications that he's chaviv. He's chaviv because God chose to create him in his own image. This distinction and this level an angel does not share. A malach has no relevance to Olam Habo, an angel. Right? An angel has no share in the world to come. When you hear this, when you value, when you give kavod, that means you value that characteristic, which is Elokim, which is Olam Habo, then you attach kavod shenosei kavod elo odom shenivra b'tzelem Elokim. Therefore, that's the reason why one is zocheh l'chayim Habo, for that reason, because you value that. Why are you giving special distinction and kavod to your fellow? Because of what he represents. Not because you're a friendly guy. Some of them just, they, no, they disappear. No, disappear.
Lady grass dies.
That's it, it's over.
That angel's over.
That angel's over.
I have that grass, angel.
We'll say you don't need that angel.
So when our lives end.
Put it this way. We speak about praklit, melitz yosher, right? We say you do a mitzvah, you create a praklit, advocate angel.
Right.
What do you need the advocate angel? That's only to get to Maharal, right?
Right.
Once you're there, you don't need him any longer. He attests to the fact what you accomplished. But once he offers his testimony, that angel has no value anymore.
Okay.
No, he goes out of existence. Doesn't exist any longer. Because they have no value. No. The whole idea is you're only part of eternity if you have value to eternity. I mean, the person who burns in Gehenna forever, because that person has created something because of what he did. The angel, once it's done, it's shlichus, it's agency. It has no value. God doesn't keep anything. I don't know what's going to be with them after Tchis HaMesim. Not sure. Maybe yes, maybe not. I have no idea. Yeah, but I don't know. But if the human being surpasses them, even within their own class, human being ultimately is even greater than they are. Don't know. Ki atzel mazeh hu or elyon shezoreach al odom. He said this is a holy light which shines on the person where she's barashom v'or zehu or el mabo kashetovin b'chotma kach omru hamal b'nei chaver in lochel mabo. He says therefore there's two things. If you mechabit chavero, you have a share in the world to come. What happens if you embarrass your friend? Ein lochel mabo. But because how could you embarrass him if he's sel melokim? So who are you actually disgracing? Because you don't value what he represents. So that means you have no relevance. Because if you would have, you wouldn't have embarrassed him. No. And also it means a person who does it on an ongoing basis. It's not he did it once. It means a person who continuously does it, that's an indication. He doesn't value it. And therefore he could abuse people for that reason. You mechabe mafsik es ha'or hatzel mazer she'olam min al mabo לקח אין לו חלק מבוא, גם כן כשביארנו אצל המל בני חברו אין לו חלק מבוא, אין שום